What is good, YouTube? What is good, YouTube? It is your girl, Fantasy Football Girls Advice, coming at you with some news. And I'm doing another different video than before. I want to give you some, last year's stats of running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, wide receivers, just some information that you might have forgotten. And it's coming up on Fantasy Football Time. So, I'll do stats for every position, and hopefully it will help you out. But I got some news. I really got some news. Unfortunately, the dumbass Steelers are still doing the same. Well, they're not doing the same thing because I've never, in my years of watching football, the Rooney's doing something like this. But they're still waiting on Aaron Rodgers, which kind of sucks because I got some players on the Steelers that I would like to draft, but you don't know who the quarterback is, and if it's Mason Rudolph, will I want to draft anybody? Anyways, the Steelers haven't drafted, no Aaron Rodgers, no nothing, but they're thinking about getting Kirk Cousins, which I think is a stupid idea. One, he's never played in that type of cold. Two, he's over 30. He's injury prone. And last couple years, he's been playing in a dome. Do you want a dome arm? Or, I mean, y'all fucked up on this one, Steelers. Anywho, I got a quick question for my followers. Is this the year that either the Ravens, the Bills, or the Broncos beat the Chiefs? I'm taking a sleeper here. I'm going with the Broncos. I think they actually do beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will tie them. The Chiefs will win at Arrowhead, but when they go to Bronco Nation, I think the Broncos will win. And did the Commanders do enough on defense to get? My second question is, did the Commanders do enough on defense to get them to the Super Bowl? They added Tunsley and they added Debo Samuels on offense, but did they do enough on defense? TJ Watt has not shown up for OTAs. Malik Neighbors has turf toe. Rashid Bryce could be ready week 1, but still is not practicing. And Josh Down, as always, is hurt again. But let's get to the meat end of it. That was the potatoes, and this is the meat. Let's get to these stats, which I love. As you can see, I love to do stats. I love it. I don't know. It's weird. But please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on X, which is Girls Advice and Views of Fantasy Football. And let's get into some stats. Saquon Barkley. Receptions were 33. Rushing attempts were 346. Rushing out yards were 2,500. What is that? Avoidable tackles were 62. Red zone carries 61. Targets 39. Goal line carries 17. Do I think that Barkley will regress some? Absolutely. I mean, it's just wear and tear and him getting older, but do I think he'll still be in the 1,000 yards? Yeah, I think he still gets over 1,000. Do I think he gets over 2,000? Yeah, I don't think so. Derrick Henry, 325 rushing attempts. Rushing yards is 1,121. Avoidable tackles is 81. Damn. Rushing touchdown 16. Red zone carries 56. Goal line carries 20. Targets 21. And receptions 19. So, damn. Avoidable tackles 81. He is breaking everybody's ankles. Let's go. Kyrie Williams. Rushing attempts 316. Rushing yards, 1,299. Avoidable tackles, 50. Rushing touchdowns, 14. Red zone carries, 70. Goal line carries, 20. Receptions, 34. So he was a bell cow. Do I think he can repeat it this year? I mean, yeah. But do I think it will have a lasting effect on him? Absolutely. Physically wise, yeah. Bijan, whatever his first name is, Robertson. Rushing attempts, 304. Rushing yards, 1,456. Avoidable tackles, 70. So he's right up there. He's right up there with Kyrie Williams and Derrick Henry. Even Barkley didn't have that many avoidable tackles. Rushing touchdowns, 14. Red zone carries, 60. Receptions, 61. Here it goes from my guy, Dolly. So my Cubs are playing the Cincinnati Reds, and we're just, golly, we have this crazy, it's not baby blue uniform. We're this blue and white. Anyways, Jonathan Taylor, rushing attempts, 303. Rushing yards, 1,491. Rushing touchdowns, 11. Red zone carries, 58. Goal line carries, 18. Targets, 30. I hope he has a better year this year. Josh Jacobs, targets, 41. Receptions, 36. Rushing attempts, 301. Let's see. Rushing yards, 1,329. Avoidable tackles, 67. Rushing touchdowns, 15. Red zones carry, 59. Goal line carries, 22. Now, this is a guy that some are saying to avoid because of his injuries. But in that second half of the season, he really got going. So I don't know. Rushing touchdowns were 6 for Devon A10. Rushing attempts, 203. Goal line carries, 14. Rushing yards, 907. Avoidable tackles, 32. Red zone carries, 38. Targets, 85. Receptions, 78. So he's using a reception or receiving area, but the thing is, will Kyrie Williams be a lot better? We shall see. But let's take a moment for this program up to date. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow your girl on Twitter, which is Girls Advice and Views of Fantasy Football. End of advertisement. I see Harris is on the Chargers. I don't know if I would even pick him up. James Cook is holding out, so he is not on this list. But I got rushing touchdowns for Harris. Rushing attempts, 263. Receptions, 36. You know, his game's going to be a lot different than what it was in Pittsburgh. So I think these numbers are going to be different too. Rushing yards, 1,043. Avoidable tackles, 63. Rushing touchdowns, 6. Red zone carries, 51. Targets, 46. Goal line carries, 12. Ooh, I'm having a hot flash. And I did bring my water in here. But again, please like, share, and subscribe. Tony Pollard. Don't know if I'm going to be using him either. Rushing attempts, 260. Rushing yards, 1,079. Avoidable tackles, 39. Rushing touchdowns, 5. Red zone carries, 33. Goal line carries, 5. So He just doesn't get a lot of goal line carries, or he gets it to the goal line and doesn't punch it in. Receptions 41. Alvin Kamara, honestly, he's used more in receiving. So he had 6 rushing touchdowns, red zone carries 35, receptions 68, goal line carries 11, targets 87. So he's not used much in the rushing plays. Plus, who the fuck is going to be their quarterback? Let me know in the comment section that question. DeAndre Swift, you know you're going to take Jahmyr Gibbs over him. Last year, rushing attempts were 263. Rushing yards, 959. Avoidable tackles, 39. This is my longest video to date. Blah. Rushing touchdowns, 6. Red zone carries, 31. Receptions, 42. Goal line carries, 10. Targets, 50. Whew, this is taking a toll on your girl's voice. Jahmyr Gibbs, who I am taking in a lot of leagues. Receptions, 52. Rushing attempts, 250. 263 and 250, man. Swift and him are kind of... Well, wait a minute. That's Montgomery. Never mind. Rushing yards, 1,412. Avoidable tackles, 63. Rushing touchdowns, 16. Red zone carries, 54. Goal line carries, 17. Targets, 63. So, you got to understand, he got Montgomery back there, too. I got 2 more. I got Chuba Hubbard and James Cook. I would take Chuba Hubbard over James Cook. So, Chuba Hubbard's rushing attempts is 250. Rushing yards, 1,185. Avoidable tackles, 49. Rushing touchdowns, 10. Red zones carry, 45. Goal line carries, 21. Targets, 52. I just think they're going to use Hubbard more than Connor because Tank Bisbee is on the Cardinals. But we'll do James Conner's stats anyways. Here we go. Who would you pick? Tank Bisbee or James Conner? Let me know in the comment section. Rushing attempts, 207. Receptions, 47. Goal line carries, 12. Rushing yards, 1,094. Avoidable tackles, 68. Red zone carries, 51. Targets, 53. And your girl is done. Woo! So again, how bad did the Steelers fuck up on not getting a quarterback? There's so many questions that I need comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And your girl is out of here. Peace.